Now turning to some other news, Governor Kathy Hochul says she supports the return of alcohol to go. Reporter Daryl Camp is here with more. Daryl.
That's right, Dan. Alcohol to go is one of several issues that lawmakers left behind when they left Albany last year. It was put in place during the pandemic, but expired in June. It allowed restaurants to sell mixed drinks for customers to take home or to have delivered to them. During her State of the State address last week, Governor Kathy Hochul voiced her support of that measure.
We're also going to do something our bars and restaurants have been asking for, to once again allow the sale of to-go drinks, a critical revenue stream during the lean times last year.
Restaurants have continued to struggle as the pandemic continues, partly because people still aren't going out to eat like they did pre-COVID. Relief funds to help restaurants were made available early on, but many say it wasn't enough to cover their costs. Albany area restaurant owner Dominic Pernomo says having another way to make money would make a huge difference.
As we are now going into year 3 of COVID, restaurants continue to be battered as an industry as a whole. So having this lifeline allows restaurants to continue to bring in another revenue stream.
Liquor stores have been opposed to that measure from the very beginning, saying fewer people would buy from them if they could get alcohol to go. But lawmakers also had other concerns last year. Assemblymember Pat Fahey sponsors a bill that would bring back alcohol to go.
That is not the case. The regulations have been very tightened up on this, that drink has to be sealed until the food order is delivered, and you can only order those drinks tied to food.
So, during the pandemic, alcohol to go was allowed for restaurants, but also craft brewers and distillers. Hochul's proposal would only apply to restaurants, leaving those other businesses out. John Curtin, who owns Albany Distilling Company, says it would help if the state allowed them to ship directly to the consumer. Right now, that's not the case.
Right, the state regulates what we can do within the borders of New York, but when it comes to interstate commerce, it's all over the board. So, for example, I can sell to a retailer in California, and they could ship back to my neighbor here in Albany. So it's just adding an extra layer of complication and not really accomplishing anything.
With more awareness of the issue earlier in this year's session, advocates are feeling optimistic about the chances of alcohol to go passing before the end of session.
All right, thanks, Daryl. Something to look out for.